Brakti Yahweh Brakatha, Yahusha, Brakti Yahweh Brakatha, Yahusha, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. A lesson will be entitled, I'm Drunk Right Now. Video will be used for fair use. Clip from the movie Flight. I'm drunk.
I drank in excess. I'm drunk right now.
And the reason why I use this clip from the inspiration of this article from HuffPost.com, Denzel Washington says he's done a lot of damage to the body from past alcohol and drug use. Washington opened up about his views on life as he approaches turning 70. While promoting Gladiator 2 in recent weeks, Denzel Washington has been giving fans a rare inside look into his decades-long career, including his past struggles with drug and alcohol abuse. In a new interview with Esquire, published Tuesday, the 69-year-old actor, who's been sober for nearly 10 years, admitted his past habits did a lot of damage to the body, despite him not having a thimble's worth since he turned 60. I never got strung out on heroin, never got strung out on coke, never got strung out on hard drugs, Washington said. I shot dope just like they shot dope, but I never got strung out. This is crazy. But this goes to show you what kind of industry would have a man, an A-list actor, struggling with drug use. Okay? So he used heroin, he used coke, right? And he went as far as shooting a substance into his veins. And as a result, he has what? A lot of damage to his body. The two-time Oscar winner shared that he wrestled with a 15-year pattern of drinking as well, which he said began with an unhealthy habit of indulging in too much wine. Washington said his love for wine first kicked off after he and his wife of 41 years, Pauletta Washington, built this big house in 1999 with a 10,000 bottle wine cellar, which is where he learned to drink the best. I had this ideal of wine tastings and all that, which is what it was at first. And that's a very subtle thing. I mean, I drank the best, he said. And 15 years into it, send me 2 bottles and make it good stuff, but just 2. And I drink them both over the course of the day. He described wine as very tricky, adding it's very slow. It ain't like boom all of a sudden. Washington also explained why he only drank 2 bottles at a time, recalling a time his wife asked him about it, and my wife saying, "Why do you keep ordering just 2?" I said, because if I order more, I'll drink more. So I kept it to 2 bottles and I would drink them both over the course of the day, he said. The Training Day legend clarified that he never drank while working or preparing for the 50 movies he starred in during his lengthy career. I would clean up, go back to work. I could do both, he said. However, many months of shooting, bang, it's time to go. Then boom, 3 months of wine, time to go back to work, he said. However, he shared that around the time he finished filming for his 2012 movie Flight, in which he played an alcoholic airline pilot, he was nearing the end of his drinking habits. I wasn't drinking when we filmed Flight. I know that, but I'm sure I did as soon as I finished, Washington said. That was getting toward the end of the drinking, but I knew a lot about waking up and looking around, not knowing what happened. Elsewhere in the interview, Washington opened up about his views on life and said that things are opening up for me now as he approaches turning 70. This is the last chapter. If I get another 30, what do I want to do? My mother made it to 97, he said. I'm doing the best I can. And not only alcohol, forget all that strength. Okay? So Denzel, a former addict. And I'm willing to assume that a lot of this has to do with his conscience and things he had to do to become and maintain that A-list status celebrity. It's a couple of precepts. First Timothy 6:10, for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. And some people, craving money, have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. How so? Compromising your constitution, compromising your morals, compromising your principles, and willing to do any and everything for these earthly goods. And when it's time to lay down or get somewhere quiet, okay, your conscience starts fucking with you. So that could be an entrance to ongoing or the initiation of alcohol and drug abuse, right? This is crazy. That's why Yahushua stated, just having enough, man. Going into our prayer. Matthew 6:11, give us this day our daily bread. Give us this day our daily bread. Just being satisfied on what we have, okay? Because over everything, is truth and a strong body. Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and 14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution, your principles, right? Going to your mindset, than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. And Denzel said what? I have done a lot of damage to my body from alcohol and drug abuse. Verse 15, health and good estate of body are above all gold. Now, gold is very precious, okay? The top metal on earth. And you can do a lot of things times a million with gold. But having what? Health and a strong body is better than having accessible amounts of gold. And a strong body above infinite wealth, meaning so much money, you can't spend it all. Excuse me. So much money, you cannot spend it all. Verse 16, there is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Meaning what? Being satisfied, being happy. Okay? And that comes from having good thoughts, right? Verse 17. Death is better than a bitter life or a continual sickness. Like I said, for this man to do this much damage to his body, what was he running from? What was he trying to avoid or block out of his conscience? So let's go to the famous precept in Matthew, the 4th chapter, and we will end it with that one. And even the scriptures talks about like how you don't supposed to get up after alcohol, just drinking all fucking day. Because believe it or not, alcohol is a drug too, right? And the withdrawals of alcohol is worse than cocaine and heroin. Those fucking DTs. So that's a strong demon as well. However, there's nothing wrong with moderation. Matthew 4:9. And said unto him, Satan said to Yahushua, all these things will I give you if you will fall down and worship me. Going into the glory of these kingdoms. And of course, Yahushua saw America in a hologram format. But guess what? Drug use, alcohol abuse also comes with self-medication or an attempt to self-medicate to fight these demons. A case example, Denzel Washington. Lord will, this was an edifying lesson. Shalom.